Good evening, our fans from around the world. It's Complete Football, and we're here to discuss the top strikers in the world today as of now. And with me to do that is Saeed, Warif, and Mustafa. You guys are welcome to the show.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. So by strikers, we mean basically score. It doesn't matter, but most likely it's number nine or somebody from the middle who can score, but pure scores. So for example, maybe this guy won't be there, Lukman, because Lukman is a utility player.
Yep.
Although he can score,
Yeah.
he's more of a winger. So we're going to start today. This is going to be a five series part on where we discuss. We're even going to have a competition. It's going to be fun. We're going to do qualifications. We're going to do knockout head to head. But today we're not going to do head to head or brackets. We're just going to talk in general, and maybe each of us will talk about our top four or five strikers. Let's start today. We're not saying who's the best striker, but we want to talk about Barcelona is playing very well, and Lewandowski is playing well. Lewandowski is older, but he still has very good instincts. He's doing very well. 7 goals, 2 assists. And I think part of it is
Mm.
because he has Rafinha, he has who's the other guy? I'm not Rafinha and Yamal, but there's that other guy, the wing, not
Wow.
Shumani. There's another guy that comes from the back, that's on the wing. So right now, Barcelona they're spreading themselves. I think it's Kunate or someone. They're spreading themselves well, and all that this guy has to do, all that Lewandowski has to do, is finish. And even today, even if Lewandowski is the oldest, to me, he's still the best, one of the best finishers in the world. I follow me. Did you see that goal he scored in their last game yesterday
Yes,
where
I
they won
did.
1-0?
I did. I
You saw
did.
the way he turned
I
his
did.
hip. He turned his foot. He
For a
turned his
30,
hip.
for a
Yeah,
36-year-old, that's
yeah.
phenomenal.
Mm.
And the way he's able to change.
It's
Also, this guy
flexible.
does this also. From Nigeria.
Osimhen.
Osimhen. They're able to change the angle of their foot, the angle of their leg, instinctively
Yeah.
to make the ball go where they want to. That's
Flexibility.
what it means to be a true number seven. I see this guy agrees with me. Arif, what are your thoughts? Let's talk about Lewandowski. We're not saying who's best yet, but let's talk about how he's playing right now. Yeah.
Yeah. You see, one thing about a striker or a forward is that you must know how to time the ball,
Yeah.
timing of the ball, and how to position yourself as well as flexibility. Like there's this goal, I can't remember one of these Champions League matches. Is it okay, it was this guy that scored the goal, what's his name? Mbappe. He has to coin himself. So if you're not flexible and you have to think, your mind should be very fast as the ball is coming. You already know what to do. Even if you want to do something else and you see a striker coming, you have to think fast to know
Instinct.
what to do with the
Instinct.
ball. Yes. So that is striker, they have to be thinking very fast, speed of light to know what to do. So
Yeah.
for Lewandowski, and you know he's big and it's not easy. Like what Afolabi said, 36 years. Ah, if he's in Nigerian league, that one you've retired.
And and the thing about Lewandowski, when you cross the ball to him, he looks at the ball. He knows where the ball is going, and also he finds space, and he knows how to position
Yeah.
himself. Then, whatever angle he needs, he's able to. Like you said, he's flexible. If the angle is very weird, he can twist his leg. He can even twist his
Yeah.
ankle. Sometimes he'll twist his ankle like this to shoot the
To
ball.
achieve the goal.
Unbelievable. Osimhen does that too, also. So I think one of these, and like you rightly mentioned, I'm going to talk about what's his name, the guy
Mbappe.
from France, Mbappe. Mbappe, he has problems when he turns his back to the goal and turning around. But also Mbappe is very good. If he's facing the goal, he knows how to make an angle also. Thank you, Warif. What are your thoughts, Saeed? Yeah. Yeah. Is Saeed with us or is he on mute? Yeah.
Saeed, you
He's
have
still with
muted
us.
yourself.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's off.
sorry. So, as Mr. Warif have said,
Oh, you have to turn
uh,
your phone. Remember to turn your phone. Yeah.
okay.
Landscape.
The landscape. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No problem, because we can edit it, so it's not a big deal. Yeah. Okay. Mm.
All right then. So,
Yeah.
as Mr. Warif have said, Lewandowski is in top form right now. Him and Harry Kane, they are playing very, very, very well at the moment. And I wouldn't lie to you, at that age, they are playing even more than the expectation that
Hmm.
we fans and critics we expected. So Lewandowski very, very well. Harry Kane very, very well. So all those young chaps, they shouldn't just think that they will
Ha.
have it easy.
But here's the thing.
Hold
Here's the
firewood.
thing. You saw how Kane played for England. Kane looked slow. Here's my theory. guys like Lewandowski and Kane, they're old. They can't run anymore. They need to have very fast
Yeah,
players who open up for them. That's why Kane
great
didn't
for
play
them.
well against England. But with Bayern Munich, he has Musiala, he has
Exactly.
and
I
he
think
has
I think I think
Olise.
on
So
my
he's
I
able to
think
play a central position and just
I think
score.
it now boils down on their coach on how to use them.
And how to
Use them,
position
yeah.
them and use the rest of the players. Yeah.
Lewandowski and Harry Kane in Bayern Munich and Barcelona, they usually don't run, and you consider them, they hardly even mark. They are always
position.
positioned in the box.
Yeah.
So
But
you should know how to use your striker and know, and gone are those days that you have to striker have to come back to the midfield or come and be marking and be playing as a that is you using your 9 in such a way that.
But I'll say something about Lewandowski and Kane. Both of them, even though they're number 9s, they still pass the ball and they screen for their teammates also. And sometimes Kane, even though Kane is old, sometimes Kane will drop deep and cross the ball, but he doesn't do it for the whole game. He doesn't have to do it, but he'll drop deep. But Lewandowski is not going to drop deep anymore. He's a professional scorer. He's in the box, but also Lewandowski too. He's getting assists. But I think Kane right now is the best for number 9s when it comes to assists. 4 assists, 5 goals.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Harry Kane ever since he was in Tottenham, he always assist him, Kini Son, or that Son.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to Afolabi. What are your thoughts? I know Afolabi is biting his fingers. He's like, let me talk now.
Yeah, you guys have said it all. But I think what I like about Lewandowski is his ability in the box. Like you mentioned, his athleticism, how he can twist his body really well. He is very, very intelligent. He has the movement in the box. You know, when you're in the box as a striker, you have to find a way of being elusive to the defenders.
Yeah.
So his movement in the box is brilliant. When the pass
You know what it reminds me of? Like basketball players. When a basketball player doesn't have the ball, he has to keep turning direction to lose the defender. Lewandowski can turn directions, pivot, turn, and eventually you keep doing like this, and after a while you'll lose him. But it also takes a good person to cross the ball to him too. And very quick shout out to Yamal. Right now, Yamal is on the level of Ballon d'Or. I'm not saying he's the best player in the world, but he's top 3 or 4 in the world right now because when he sees you open. And did you see that goal that Lewandowski scored? Yamal let I think it's Tchouameni or whoever, not Tchouameni. Who's the other guy from France? Is it? He let that guy overlap him. Then he passed that to that guy. Then that guy crossed the ball to Lewandowski. So it's beautiful. But sorry to interrupt you. Continue, Afolabi. Yeah.
Okay, so basically his movement is one of his strengths. He knows how to elude strikers and he's
acrobatic.
And he's acrobatic. And for his height, he's very good in the air. He has a very high vertical jump. He's very good in the air. So he's the kind of striker that if you're the type of winger that passes the ball low, he can slide in and make a finish. If you're the type that crosses the ball into the box, he has the aerial ability and prowess to nod it accurately. So he's
we're not talking about today, but I think in the past 4 years, 4 years ago he was the best, or 3 years ago he was the best number striker in the world.
Oh yeah,
unbelievable.
The only problem now because of his age is, like you guys said, he can't drop deep to do a give and go, then run into space. He doesn't have that pace anymore because of his age. But given the right service, he still has the athleticism in the box to turn and finish. He's still a very smart striker. But he needs to depend heavily on supply nowadays because of his age.
Yeah, he does. I think it was Koundé. Koundé was the one that came from the wing back and gave a good cross.
Koundé plays right wing back.
Yeah, so yesterday, Yamal had the ball, but he saw Koundé coming, so he let Koundé come to his right and go into close to the box. Then he gave the ball to Koundé. Then Koundé crossed the ball to this guy Lewandowski, and Lewandowski timed the ball and had a beautiful shot. And he had to turn his leg. Did you guys see that goal? Very nice goal, very good combination.
Yeah,
and it's teamwork. So now we talk about someone like what's his name? Haaland. Haaland is good when he faces.
And let's not forget Rafinha too.
Rafinha too on the left. Yeah.
He's on form too now.
And also, God forbid if Omar wasn't injured, those guys will be unbeatable. If you have Omo too,
Yeah.
those guys will be unbeatable if Omo is not around.
Omo is a super sub to me. Super sub. As in,
And unbelievable. Omo can play any position. He can play number 10. He can play left wing. He can play false 9. He can even go to the right.
The
utility
guy is
player.
so gifted. He can be
Fantastic,
physical, he can be
fantastic player.
skillful, he can be supple.
Yeah. So unbelievable. So now let's talk about Haaland. Haaland is the best striker when he has the ball and he's running towards the goal. When he's facing the goal and he's running towards the goal, he's the best in that position. It's just that he doesn't do as much passing or work as even as Kane and the other guy, Lewandowski. He doesn't do as much work as they do. Not because he's old or he's slow. It's just that he doesn't have the same overall skill set. But right now, he's probably facing the goal. When he's running towards the goal, he's the best finisher. Very nice touch. And even when you see him shoot the ball, it doesn't look like the ball is going fast. It's like magic. You just see him move. And he just flips the ball. Yeah, very good. What are your thoughts, Warif, on not Lewandowski, on Haaland? My brain is too much. We do too many shows. I have to remember everybody's names.
You see, Haaland is a good striker and he's a big guy. And one thing I favoring Haaland right now is that the midfield. So what that kind of player? Just if you know him well, just like the goal he scored against Arsenal, you don't play this for him. They just the young chap from Brazil just made a pass through him. I allow the ball to roll and place it. That's all. So, but if you want to catch somebody like Haaland, since he's not that skillful, give him a close marking one-on-one, and he will get frustrated.
He's the opposite of.
Get frustrated.
Sorry to jump in, but sort of like Lewandowski. Lewandowski knows how to move in the box and lose the defender. Haaland is not that good yet. Continue.
Yes, and Haaland should work on his temperament. He's always getting.
Oh yeah, I lost respect for him last weekend. I lost respect for him.
I'm telling you, and that is why the football authorities there are some things they don't allow on the pitch, because before you know, kids will start doing that, slamming balls on people's head and things.
And you know what I don't like about Haaland? When Man City is winning, Haaland is a teddy bear. He's happy. You think he's but when they're losing,
but when they are losing, it's not right. So he should learn how to work on his temperament. Football is not always win. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you draw.
To me, football is art.
Nobody's perfect.
It's an art form. It's an art form.
Yeah.
I've never seen Lewandowski get angry or shout at someone. Just do your job, score your goal, and
do your
continue
thing.
Improving your game.
What are your thoughts? He's even human. He's human. He has the right to.
I think he went too far. He went too far against Arsenal. He went too far.
I think the part I know that he went far was the one he did with our coach Arteta.
He went to Arteta's face and started shouting at Arteta.
That was childish.
Can you imagine that? I think I don't have any issue with him. Him and he faced up with Gabriel Jesus or something.
Jesus.
But the Arteta one was very disrespectful.
No,
he can't try that with Mourinho.
Yeah,
you can't try that.
Exactly.
Can you do
that with Mourinho? Mourinho will definitely that one will give him back to back now. That one will waste time.
You try that with Grandpa Ancelotti. Then by that time,
give him back to back.
He'll beat Grandpa.
You can do that with your fellow players. Fine, that's fair. Like you guys,
And also, you know what? You know what I don't like why he did that to Arteta. Arteta is the most gentle person in the world. Arteta is very gentle.
Even I think the annoying part was he tapped him, like letting him know that I think that's very good.
And Arteta is very gentle, so that's why he's bullying Arteta. He won't do that to Mourinho. No,
he can't try that to Gattuso.
Yes, now.
Okay,
even Conte. You should try to study the Italian coach.
He should try that with even. What's his name? The one Ferguson. Ferguson, even though Ferguson is old, he won't deal with that.
No, he can't.
Yes,
is Ferguson still alive? Is Ferguson still alive?
Yes, he's still alive.
That one will play politics with his career. That one will play politics with career.
No, Rooney will come. Rooney will come and beat him.
Now tapping my whole coach, telling him.
Okay, so let's talk. I didn't do a lot about research, but what do you guys think about Martinez? Very prolific goal scorer. What do you guys? And he also has a lot of goals and assists. What do you think about Martinez?
To
Afolabi.
me, if I may come in,
Yeah.
on my own personal opinion and my own assessment, if we are talking about strikers now, leading to who is supposed to become the next world best, my personal opinion, I think Lautaro Martinez deserves
Yeah, he's
it.
very good.
And
Very good.
currently,
How old is he?
I think he's in his 30s or so.
Yeah, no,
I will
very good
check
player,
that.
and he's very efficient. Very
So
efficient.
now, my own assessment is the guy is performing in his club and in country. How many strikers now can you say such of?
Yeah.
You can't even Lewandowski. You can't say that in his Poland country he hardly delivers the way he's supposed to do. Same thing as Haaland. Same thing as Kane. But this guy he performs in Inter Milan week in week out. In his Argentina country too, week in week out. You understand? So I don't know what is stopping anybody right.
No, it's because he's in the Italian league where there's very good defense, so he doesn't score as many goals as people score in England or Spain.
Yeah, but
what do you think?
To me personally, I think it deserves a shot.
I don't know if I agree with you, but I think that what you're saying is valid. I think that we don't know yet. It's arguable, but the guy is very good. And two things about Martinez: he's scoring maybe 30 goals in Italy, where it's very difficult to score and where they mark you hard and they injure you. And on top of that, Martinez has a higher goal percentage, which means more of his shots go in. Even if he doesn't get more, he has a higher percentage of completing his shots as goals. I think so. You're right. What do you think, Afolabi? Yeah.
Yeah, Lautaro Martinez, very good Argentine striker. Is what I would call a defensive forward. He has a very high work rate. He can press the opposition defense, and he keeps the ball very well. When he shields the ball, when he's in the box 18, it's difficult to collect it from him. And like you rightly mentioned, he has very good finishing, almost as good as Lewandowski, and is comfortable with both feet.
Afolabi is you paused for a second.
Okay.
He's very good.
He's brilliant with both feet. And like I said, for a coach that wants his forwards to press the opposition and prevent them from playing out for the back, Lautaro Martinez is the coach's dream. He's very hardworking. He can play as a lone striker without a support striker. He's good in the air too. And, his work rate, and like Said said, he's doing it for Argentina as well as Inter Milan. Very few strikers do that. Yeah. As brilliant as Lewandowski is for Barcelona, we almost never really hear of him for Poland.
I think, sorry to cut you short.
Yes, sir.
Lautaro Martinez is 27 years old.
Yeah, he's still young. So I call him the next one.
Yeah.
27 years.
Because Lewandowski, those guys are 37, 36.
Yeah. He came through the
Kane is 32.
Argentine,
but Martinez is 27.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I would love to see Martinez play for Man City because he can still do more work than
that's what I want to
and
say.
The thing about Martinez, he's that type of striker that if the game is 0-0, he's gonna get one goal in that game and it's gonna be the difference.
Yeah.
He's very good for like you said, very defensive games. He'll give you defensive work, he'll give you mid-work. So that's why we're saying now, we're not saying who's the best yet. We're still talking, but we're gonna keep our eye on Martinez. So let's go to
okay.
Go ahead.
I would like him to play in the Premier League because, he seems to thrive in a very physical, chaotic kind of environment like the Premier League. I think his talents will come to the fore in the Premier League.
I'd like to see him go to a team like Aston Villa. He'll be good for those guys.
He's even the last season top goal scorer with 24 goals.
Yes.
Wow.
24, yeah. It's not a lot of goals, but in Italy, 24 goals is a lot.
Yeah. I'm surprised Arsenal and Chelsea are not going for
kind of football they play.
I'm surprised Arsenal
this year he doesn't have any goals yet, but the Italian league, like we said, that league is
I'm seeing his stats now. The guy is, I don't know, the guy is good. 27 years old. Last year, highest goal scorer. Even he won the league for them and all. So I don't know.
And let's not forget, he has this guy on his team. The other guy is also good, Thuram. But Thuram is also on his team, yeah. And I think Thuram had 17 goals or something like that.
Yeah. Thuram is good, but on that level, Martinez is still.
So okay, let's talk about some outliers. Let's talk about Højlund. What do you think about Højlund, Afolabi? Yeah.
Højlund is good. The only thing that
I know Højlund is injured.
Yeah, no, he's back. He's actually back. He's back in the team. So he's good.
Okay.
But the only problem I have with him is that, he played in Atlanta and he played very few
Okay.
games. You can only really test his ability if he plays consistently for Manchester United. He's a very good lad. He's fast. The last 20 yards in the attack, he has a burst of pace like Haaland, and he finishes well. He's left-footed and he can shoot the ball very well. But I feel he needs more games in the Premier League before we can really, confirm him as an elite striker. He's not quite in that bracket yet.
Yeah,
But
he's
has
good. He's one
promise.
of the up and coming.
He has
So
promise.
yeah. So let's go to Warif. Are there any other? I'm sure I've left out some people. We've talked about. Oh, we haven't talked about Kane.
Osimhen is
Osimhen and
also.
Kane.
I was
So let's go
watching
to Osimhen first.
highlights.
Go talk about Osimhen, Warif.
Osimhen right now is in Galatasaray, and I think he's happy there. There was this video I watched. He scored a goal, and the fans were calling on him, and he had to climb. I was even afraid of him, let him not fall. They supported him. He climbed about 2 layers up to go and meet the fans, and after everything, some like bodybuilders, they have to like help him come down to the pitch. So Osimhen, even in Europa League, I was watching the highlights. He made an assist. And if the assist is not just, Osimhen is a team player. He's a team because he's
he's a team player.
He's fast. He has everything. So Galatasaray, I just hope that another better team that is better than Galatasaray can come for him. But just that Napoli, they don't value him. I don't know what really happened.
Osimhen has 3 assists, no goals, but 3 assists.
Yeah, but he's doing well. No,
he's a good player. No, he's a good player.
Yeah.
Just because you don't score goals, it doesn't mean you're not the best. It just means you have to look at opportunities if you're being fed or where they position you on the field. So we're looking at complete players. And we all know that Osimhen is, to me, he's as good as any striker in the world. He can do everything. He can turn his back. He can run towards the goal. Bully. He's also flexible. He's flexible. And he can move in the box. It's just that he hasn't had a chance to prove himself because he hasn't played for one of the best teams in the world now. We'd love to see him go to the English league or anything. Yeah. But I think
Mr. Warif is a fan of Osimhen because
I'll put Osimhen in top.
What he just said, mostly what he just said is what I was even thinking of talking about. He's a bully and he's a team player. Because of this our show yesterday, I specifically watched the match yesterday. That guy is going to perform. If he doesn't have injury, believe me, that guy is going to perform well. He is struggling
top
for
top 3 in the world for talent. Top 3 strikers in the world.
He's disturbing the defenders and everything. If you see the assist he gave,
no breathing
you can
space.
see that he can actually nod the ball in, but he nodded it back to somebody who is very, very sure that
he made a pass. Yes.
And so many near misses that he had. You can see that.
If Osimhen was from France or one of those countries, they'll be shouting that he's the best player in the world. They'll be shouting that he's the best player in the world.
Let's not lie about it. The hype will be different. The hype he's getting now will be different.
If he was from France, they will say he's number 1 in the world. If he's from France,
or England,
the hype will be different.
Or England,
the French media will be all over.
So to me, Osimhen and Martinez and those young guys and Haaland, they're going to be the best 3 strikers in the world within 2 years because they're the young guys. They're the best of the young strikers. What do you think, Afolabi?
I quite agree with you. And one thing I feel Osimhen has that we have not really talked about is ability to shoot outside the box. He doesn't have to get into the box to score goals. He's a very he's a very good striker of the ball, and he has physicality. He has the physique of a sprinter, and he's good in the air too. And I feel now that he's in Galatasaray, it's obvious he was not happy in Napoli. Now that he's happy, he seems to be enjoying his game. So
and I was so happy because as soon as he landed in Turkey, they greeted him. He was hugging the coach. He was waving to the fans. Very good work by Osimhen.
They gave him a superstar welcome in Turkey. They gave him a superstar welcome in Turkey. And it matters a lot. So in Galatasaray, he feels valued. So he's bringing out his best, really. And I think the sky is not his limit. The way he's playing, he's going places, really. If he can sort out this club issue and his protracted long contract with Napoli because he's just slipped to.
And I promise you, when he leaves Turkey,
Yeah.
even when he leaves Galatasaray, they're going to give him a very good send off. They're going to say thank you
Yeah.
because his attitude has changed now that he's appreciated.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Kule is not here because Kule will be like, it's a lie, it's a lie. All right, you guys, we're going to go soon. Do you want to mention any other strikers? Anybody else you want to mention?
We've not spoken about Mbappe.
Okay,
I watched his goal.
So let's go to
Mbappe. One of his goals for Madrid.
Mbappe is dangerous and he can score a lot of goals. But the thing about Mbappe, the way he scores goals is through his pace, and he scores goals facing the goal. But he can only score when he has open space. But he creates open space because of his speed. That's all I have to say. He needs to work on his moving in the box.
I've listened to some of your analysis about Mbappe. I don't think, Mr. Mustafa, you really like Mbappe that much, though.
No, but I'm telling you,
I buy his idea.
No, let me be analytical. So I'm going to be fair. Mbappe cannot do with the ball. First of all, when he's in the box, he can't move. He's not a good dribbler, number one. He can't find space. But when Mbappe is on the run, on counterattack, he's so fast that he gets open. Also, Mbappe, when his back is to the pitch, also he doesn't play with the rest of the teammates. And also, if you give Mbappe a cross, he can't time the cross. And also, Mbappe has zero for header. For header.
I think from all what you just said now, the one I can say I really agreed on is the heading part. He's not
but he can't move in the box. Mbappe is very clumsy in the box.
I think you've not seen him play in Madrid like 2 or 3 games. He is a team player.
No, I've watched all his games. He's scoring, but this is the thing. All of his goals are from counterattack when he's wide open and he's facing the goal.
That's the caliber of team and tactics they are playing.
But what I'm saying is
Mbappe is a selfish player.
And also, from what I've seen, the way he played in the European Championships, when Mbappe has the ball in the box, he doesn't know what to do. He pauses and he doesn't think quickly when he has the ball in tight space. When he has the ball in tight space, he doesn't think quickly. Let me give you an example of someone who thinks quickly. Olise. When Olise is in the box, he can even dribble people and pass the ball, cross, or shoot. Mbappe pauses when he's in the box. Mbappe is good when he's at full speed. But I think what do you think, Falabi? What you can mediate for us? What do you think?
When Mbappe was in Paris Saint-Germain, he wasn't a team player. It was all about him. When I see Mbappe,
the spotlight.
It reminds me of Thierry Henry of Arsenal those days. He's that kind of striker.
Player.
But Thierry Henry was more of a selfless player. That's the problem with Mbappe. Mbappe is forced to play with his teammates now because he's in a team where there's talent everywhere. He was a showboy. He was a showboy in PSG. So, and I think he needs to develop that aspect of his game. You have to
Afolabi, did you see the way Mbappe looked at Endrick when Endrick scored and didn't pass him the ball? He said, God,
he always likes to take the glory. He always likes to take the glory.
He looked jealous. He looked like a jealous woman.
If I may disagree a little bit, if I may disagree a little bit, what if you can remember that when he was in PSG, all the responsibility and the expectation was on him. So let's not take that away that he carries the whole team on his shoulder and he has to perform. And he can single-handedly do that.
Yeah,
just like Ronaldo. So
but those guys are not pure strikers. Mbappe is not a pure striker.
You know what?
He's a winger.
There's
a thin line between being selfish and selfless and being a.
But look at Lewandowski. Look at Lewandowski. Lewandowski can score 50 goals. Lewandowski scores 50 goals, but he's not selfish.
You know what, Said? When Neymar went to PSG, he discovered the real person Mbappe was. Because he wasn't passing the ball. He wanted to take all the penalty kicks, wanted to take all the free kicks. He was just so selfish.
And also, Mbappe cannot dribble. He can't dribble. He doesn't know how to dribble.
He depends on raw pace. He just pushes the ball and accelerates.
But he's good. He's good at finishing. He's good at finishing.
He's good at finishing. It's
And
good
also,
at the
Mbappe
He-
has
he-
no aerial game. He can't do header.
And
He can't
personally,
do those types of things. He
personally,
can't.
Yeah,
personally, I think
on the
he's
header,
only
on the header part, I agree with that.
Don't worry, we're gonna because this is gonna be
Guys,
6
we
weeks,
have
so I'm
less
gonna
than
give
a
you
minute.
video evidence.
Guys, we have less than a
Yeah.
minute. We need to round up.
Okay, let's move out. So let's talk about Kane very well. Kane, he's the best shooter from outside the box. Best shooter from that's all I have to say. Very accurate shooter. What do you think, Afolabi? Yeah.
I agree with you. Harry Kane is very good outside the box and is brilliant at holding up play. He can drop deep, get the ball, do a give and go, run into space.
And flexible. Okay, so we
It's very
continue, guys. This
flexible.
show is sweet, but let's save it. Yeah, like Pound the Yam.